Alright, hello and welcome. Well, I've been playing a little bit about it, but I have been playing off camera. Basically, been working on the season journey. And really the only real tough thing have been the conquests. This season is a little bit time consuming, the ones that they've got on there. But I went after these Realm of Regret, Realm of Putridness, which they're pretty easy at this stage in the game. They die really fast. But so now what I've been working on, and I got up to Conqueror. I've done Conqueror. I've been doing the conquests. Pretty much I completed just about everything else for the season journey. To get the final one, Guardian, you've got to do 3 conquests. And this season's conquests are a little bit time consuming, but I kind of like them. I think that they've been a little bit fun. This one was pretty easy. The first one is real easy. Level 3 legendary gems to level 65. You're gonna do that anyways if you're gonna try and make the leaderboards. But then reach Greater Rift level 55 solo with the full bonuses of the following sets. I already had 5 of them. So I had done Zunimasa, this is the slow time, and this is the Hydra, and of course the Bone Spear, and then this is the set Mundanugu for the Spirit Barrage. So I had done those 5 already, so all I had to do was one more. I used the Grace of Inarius, which is the bone armor set for the Necromancer. It is real easy. You only have to get up to level 55, and that's real easy to do for virtually any set. And so the last one that I'm working on is the Mastering the Set dungeons, and that's what I've been doing. I didn't want to record them because, I don't know, they just didn't seem like... sometimes they can be kind of long and drawn out and kind of boring, and I didn't know if, people would want to watch that, but maybe I could have recorded them. Anyways, I'll record this one. So this was the Bones of Rathma of the Necromancer. Basically, it's a skeletal mage, Army of the Dead. You got your minions. Grace of Inarius, I did that. That's the bone armor one. Raymond of the Jade Harvester, that's the Witch Doctor. That's what I'm playing right now. That's the Haunt with the Soul Harvest. Slow Time, this is the Slow Time one for the Wizard. This is the Archon build for the Wizard. And this was the Pestilence build for the Necromancer. So I've done 6 of them. I got to do 2 more. And once I get these last 2, then I will have completed... I will have gotten 8, and then I will get my Conqueror. Is it Conqueror? I think it's Conqueror. Or it might be Guardian. I think it's Conqueror for the season journey. This is the last thing I'm working on. So how do you get them? In case you don't know, mastering sets, basically, you go to Leoric's Manor Courtyard. I'll just go there right now. I'm playing the Witch Doctor right now, but it works with any class. So I'll go there right now. And unfortunately, they don't explain this, to my knowledge, very well at all.
The spirit aid me.
And I kind of hate that. I kind of hate that because... I kind of have the feeling that if they're going to do something like this in-game, they should give a better explanation as to how to go about getting it. They might explain it somewhere. If they explain it somewhere, I don't know where. But basically, this is where you come.
need help!
Get rid of them guys. So yeah, you come here. Oops. And you go to this Tome of Set Dungeons right here. You have to have active the 6-piece ability of any one of the 4 main sets. Unfortunately, they don't have any set dungeons for the new sets. I kind of doubt that they'll ever come out with that. But and then once you get here, you just put on the set. You can either put on the full set, or you can just have 5 pieces plus the Ring of Royal Grandeur. And then you touch this. And it drops out a little note. This little note is basically a clue as to where to go to find the set dungeon. So this one says, and I placed it here. I was gravely disappointed that I did not encounter the Mad King himself, being so near his lair. So that giving you a clue. Now this is specific for this 6-piece set. This is the Helltooth set. So whatever set you're using, your set dungeon is gonna be somewhere else, and you'll get a different note. I found it's very helpful to try to stay organized. You can get duplicates, by the way. I've already gotten this one before, so this is the same thing. I found it's very helpful to stay organized. So what I'll do is I'll come here. Okay, now I couldn't come here with this Helltooth set because it's underpowered for Torment 16 right now. So what I did is I would come here in my normal powerful set.
I need to go back.
And then I'll go back to town. I'll set up a town portal. And then I'll go to my stash. Okay. And I would just pick up a set. Okay, so I'll just put this set here. Now I've already done this, but I'll just take a set with me over here. I'll just get another one just to show you what I'm talking about. And I try to stay really organized. Now I've already done this. That's why you already see these here. But I'll just grab these right here. And now I'll go back. Quickly put on this set. Never know what monster's gonna pop out. And now I'll touch it again with this set. Now this one is page 101. This one is for this set. Okay, this is the Arachir set. So this one says, it's hidden in a shallow oasis pool to the southwest where man has altered the water's flow. So that's the clue that you get. So you kind of got to think, okay, you know, where is this shallow oasis pool? It's in the southwest where man has altered the water's flow. So you kind of got to think, where is a shallow oasis? You know, and where is a place where man has altered the water's flow? So you kind of, you know, go like that, and then you see if you can find it. And do that for each one of your sets that you want to do.
I am returning to town.
Okay, so I've done that with each one of my sets. I did the Necromancer first. So these are the 4 sets right here. This is the Bone Spear one, the Masquerader of the Burning Carnival. They don't have a set dungeon for that yet, but this one is the clue for the location for this set. This one's the clue for the location of this set, and so forth. And then my Wizard, same thing. This is the slow time. That's the clue for the slow time. That's the clue for the Archon build. This is the clue for the Firebirds. This is the clue for Tal Rasha. So that helps me stay really organized. Because if you don't, you could mix them up. Now, here's the thing. In order to find it, you can't just go to the location. You have to be in the suit for the set dungeon that you are trying to find. So if you go to this place here, but you don't have this set on, you won't be able to see it. It doesn't light up unless you have the actual set on. So, for instance, right now, the one I'm working on is Helltooth. So when I go to this place here, the Mad King, now I'm pretty sure that's King Leoric. When I get there, in order to see it, I have to be wearing the Helltooth set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Leoric's tomb in my normal gear. I'm going to clear out the area. And then once I've cleared out the area so that there's no more creatures, then I'll put on my Helltooth gear. Once I put on my Helltooth gear, that's when I'm going to start searching for the set dungeon. Now, as I said, it's important to keep these things organized, because if I accidentally switched these two, and let's just say that I thought that Helltooth was for this, okay? As per my instruction, it is hidden in a shallow oasis pool to the southwest. Okay, so I'm going to think that's the Dulgar Oasis. I don't really know. I would have to look. So if I go to...
The Order would never forgive me for falling in with a thief.
Let's just say I think it's in Dulgar Oasis.
And anyway, no one said you had to like me.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that.
And I go there, and let's just say I clear out the whole area, and I put on my Helltooth set. Well, I'm not going to be able to see it. Why? Because this one is actually for this. Now, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say for Arachir on there. You've kind of just, you've got to remember. And that's why I try and keep these things very organized, because it's very easy just to mix them up. And then if you mix them up, and you don't remember which one is for which, you're going to have to go back to the royal quarters and get it all over again. So I just keep them organized, and maybe that you'll have to actually experience that to understand what I'm talking about. But you have to see it firsthand. But I have done that before, where I was searching and searching and searching and searching, couldn't find the set dungeon anywhere, and it's because I didn't have the right set on when I was looking for it. When I went back to the royal quarters and I had to touch that tome again. I had to re-get it. Anyways, I had to get it again. And then that's when I realized, oh man, I was in the wrong suit, 6-piece suit, when I was trying to look for the set dungeon. This is a few seasons ago. So now, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to, now, like I said, it's going to be more or less... okay, the Royal Crypt where the Skeletal King is. Now, I don't know. And some of the clues are pretty vague. There's one, says something like, it's sort of like in a maze. Sort of in a maze, and, it's near a long-dead hero. I've played this game quite a bit. To me, almost every map is a maze, and I went and I was just looking through. A lot of times you can tell just by looking at the name of it where it might be, and I couldn't, for the life of me, remember any place that had a maze in the title. And many of these places kind of look like a maze. Town of the Dane. So, I was trying to I was racking my brain trying to think, okay, where would... Now, some of these here are kind of like a maze. This Realm of Unbending Fate is kind of like a maze. I think that's the place I'm thinking of, anyways. And then Act 5 could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. You just gotta find it. And so since I couldn't really think of it being anywhere, I was thinking maybe it's actually near a long dead hero. So I was thinking the Kanai, where you get the Kanai's cube, which is the ruins of Secheron, I believe. Anyways, I didn't go there yet. I don't know that there's anything there that's like a maze. I'll show you the one I'm talking about. Here it is. It can be difficult to find one's way through the maze that houses the portal. I've placed it near a long dead traveler. A long dead traveler. You know, trying to think of places where would there be a maze, and I've played this game quite a bit. I think I've been to just about every area, probably about 10 times maybe. I can't think of a maze, and wherever there would be a long dead traveler. So, anyways, that's to me that's part of the fun. You know, trying to find these places, trying to figure some of these places out. Some of them were kind of tricky to find. And then some of them are pretty easy. This garrison, there's a reeking demon that must have spoiled all the food, so that was kind of tricky to find, but I eventually found it. This old temple is flooded, so you're looking for a flooded temple. I found that. Hidden in an alcove in a candlelit cave near the entrance to an ancient temple. Anyways, I found that. So some of them are kind of fun. This waits in the snow on the southern corner of the battlements in the sky. This one was kind of misleading because it was not in a southern corner, the battlements of the sky. it was not quite, not exactly anyway. So I ended up going to the southern corner of the battlements in the sky, and it wasn't there. I had to search all over the place. Finally found it. Wasn't quite where it was saying. Ruined bridge at a war-ravaged crossing, nearly peering into the abyss. This wasn't exactly where I thought it would be either. It was kind of near it, but it took me a while to find it, but I found it. So this is kind of fun. It's kind of fun. To just and it's really, you don't really get much of anything for this. What am I gonna get for completing the season journey? Guardian. That's the last one. So I got Conqueror. I got the extra stats page, which I think that's what most people want, but I usually just go all the way and get the final one. So I'll get this portrait frame, and this pet right here. So, alright, so let's go find the set dungeon for Helltooth, which I'm pretty sure that's going to be near the skeleton thing. Probably right near his tomb somewhere. Gotta clear out the area first. Sometimes I don't get it, but sometimes that armory thing doesn't put on everything that it was supposed to. That took so long because I only had the 4-piece ability. Unless I switched that. I don't think it did. I switch that? I don't think I did. Once in a while this armory does not equip me with everything that it was supposed to equip me with. And once in a while it does that. It'll leave out a legendary gem or a ring or something like that, and I go to do something and all of a sudden I die or something like that. But anyways, that's why that took so long. Otherwise those things would have just died. Alright, let me just clear out the area. I gotta search all this.
I strike at your heart.
And now things are dying a little faster. Now I don't know where it's gonna be. That's how fast those other things could
Your
die.
evil undoes you.
Alright. Well, it said it was near the king's, it said it was... I placed it here. I placed it there. Disappointed. Did not encounter the Mad King himself being so near his lair. So, if it's here, I can't see it because I have to be wearing the actual suit first. So let's put it on. So if it's here. Alright, so here it is. So this is for this set. In order to enter it, you have to be wearing at least, you have to have the 6-piece ability active. So you either have to be wearing all 6 pieces or 5 pieces plus the Ring of Royal Grandeur. When you enter it, it's going to tell you what the requirements of it. The basic one is you just got to complete one of the main objectives and kill 180 monsters within the time limit. For the mastery, you've got to complete both of the objectives and kill all of the monsters within the time limit. I think it's like 5 minutes. I don't know if it's the same for each one. About 5 minutes. So what are the 2 objectives? I've got to kill 20 enemies with a single wall of death with 4 times. And I gotta not take any poison damage. So that's gonna be the tricky part. I had for a little while, I had the amulet that made me immune to poison, but I ended up just getting rid of it. So if I had had that, I could have easily done this one here. Now I have no idea what this set dungeon is going to be like. I don't think I've ever done this before, so I've got to find a way to be able to kill 20 enemies with a single wall of death and not take any poison damage. If you die, it just fails the dungeon. And the fact that it's on Torment 16 has no effect on the dungeon difficulty. So this is not a type of thing where you just want to make an uber character or an uber build and kill everything. This has to be done in a certain way. So I've got to kill 20 enemies with a single wall of death 4 times. And I've got to not take any poison damage. So I've got to figure out how to kill everything, and I've got to kill everything, and I've got to do it within the time limit. So it can be tricky. Sometimes it's a little easy. Sometimes it's straightforward. But then there's other times where it's like, wow, man, this is tricky. And there are many times I fail right off the bat. So now, kind of also got to look at your 6-piece set. So the Wall of Death is going to gain 17,500 increased damage. Now generally the monsters in these things are usually pretty weak. So you actually, many times you don't want to create an uber character, because a lot of times in order to fulfill the conditions, you can't kill the monsters. Because the monsters need to do something, and you need to find a way to counteract what they're doing. So you don't want to just kill them right off the bat. Now this one is not like that, but I've got to kill 20 of them simultaneously with 1 wall of death. Is that what it said? Now, I don't know if that means that I can't do any other damage to them. Like, the Wall of Death is the only... Like, if the Wall of Death's going to get hit 1 shot and kill all of them. I don't know if that's what they mean by that. Do not take any poison damage. I have no idea what's going to do the poison damage. I wish I had that amulet. So the idea I was thinking of, because I was kind of looking at this last night, and I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but with this legendary gem, I will be giving myself a shield, a health shield. And this is the build right here. So basically I was thinking of giving myself that health shield. Now I've also got to be able to cast Wall of Death many times. Potentially, so I've got to have a good cooldown rate for the Wall of Death. Give myself as much protection as possible. The wrong one. And I'm going to also put up a bunch of these fetish psychopants. So hopefully get 15 of them out to block any poison attacks coming in my general direction. Hopefully that will protect me. But the main thing is I'm hoping that this shield right here, 305,000, I'm hoping that technically I won't be taking poison damage, they have to get through that first. Because that's kind of one of the conditions of Squirt's necklace. You know, they got to take down your health shield first before the squirty necklace thing kicks in.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
And then I'm also going to have some of these other ones.
Tell me of your glorious order.
We seek the sacred tomes that were stolen by Archbishop Lazarus.
Oh, what's in them? Not illustrations, perhaps?
No, they contain prophecies of the end times. Without them, we are lost.
But they have been gone for 20 years, and you survived.
And we will survive 1,000 more if we must. But the tomes will return to us.
Must be spectacularly naughty, then.
Your heresy is intolerable.
So generally, in these types of things, you're going to be doing so much damage compared to the monsters that you fight that generally one hit will kill anything. So generally, you don't need to have a whole heck of a lot of damage. You've just got to kill them in a certain way that they're requiring you to do it. So I could think about illusory boots. Oh wait. Can't do that. Yeah, I get this. I don't think I'll need the Ring of Royal Grandeur. Well, actually, I could put it right here if I really wanted it, but I don't think I'll need it. Just trying to think of ways where I could defend myself, increase my defense. But sometimes I've got to do it without my follower. Sometimes the follower can just.
Some new things for you to take a look.
Sometimes the follower can just get in the way, as I found out. And this one might be the same because I got to be able to hit 20 of them at once. So I probably have to round them up somehow. And I've got to be in Spirit Walk. So lets me stay in Spirit Walk until I attack or until an enemy was within 30 yards of me. And I'm going to have my cooldown on because I don't know how often I'm going to need to cast Wall of Death. So this is the Wall of Death. This thing allows me to cast it up to 3 times. So if there's 20 enemies right here, I'm hoping I'll be able to just cast the Wall of Death, push them all that way, and kill them all instantly. Hopefully without taking poison damage. And that's where I'm also going to be casting Haunt. Now Haunt should do very little damage, but it will summon up these fetish sycophants so that to hopefully block any poison attacks coming at me. Because I have no idea what I'm going to be facing, so Just trying to think if maybe there was a way I could get more enemies. Now, the tricky part is I've really got to make sure I'm only killing things with Wall of Death. Maybe one other thing, which I probably could do, but because if I start killing things with something other than Wall of Death, then I won't be able to fill that requirement by killing 20 enemies at one time with Wall of Death, because I may end up killing things with something else. So, but just in case, I'm gonna have zombie dogs and gargantuan ready to go, because if I fulfill the requirements, then at that point it's just basically a kill. I gotta kill everything at that point. But I don't want to cast them right away. I only want to have them up because I don't want them killing things until I've fulfilled the requirements. So let's put this on, I think it's Short Man's Fingers. Not that I'm going to need it, but... Put it in my cube.
Very well.
Now this Helltooth thing, this Helltooth set, only buffs up certain skills. So primary skills, Acid Cloud Firebats, Zombie Chargers, Zombie Dogs. Gargantuan Grasp of the Dead Piranhas, Wall of Death. So as long as I'm not attacking with one of those spells, I'm not going to be doing hardly any damage at all. So I'm hoping by casting the Haunt, I won't be doing hardly any damage. I'll get my Fetish Sycophants, and then I will kill them with Wall of Death. So the only thing I don't know is if the little bit of damage that I'll be doing with Haunt, if that's going to ruin... In other words, I might not be able to damage them with anything. Even just a couple points of damage that this is going to do, that might still ruin it. It might have to be all... It might have to be all Wall of Death. If that's the case, then that kind of foils this. Unless I do something that doesn't do any damage. So maybe something like Hex. Basically everything does damage. Or just the Wall of Death itself. Maybe just the Wall of Death itself. I don't know. But either way, I gotta try it. And then at the once I've fulfilled the requirements, then I'll summon up these two and just start slaughtering everything. You know, if that's the. But I've also gotta find a way. I gotta make sure I don't take any poison damage. The moment I take any poison damage, it's over. I gotta make sure I don't take any poison damage. That's why I'm hoping this shield will prevent me from taking any poison damage. So here we go. Okay, I will be right back.